Earning $200 for the future takes work, but holding it while the economy races ahead around you feels like standing still. This chart shows the mathematical reality of traditional solo saving. On the left, a $200 deposit into a standard bank account yields 0.01%. Over 10 years, that account barely buys a coffee. Meanwhile, the cost of living climbs. That expanding red zone represents the silent loss of purchasing power. Your money's ability to buy what you need actively shrinks. We log the hours and make deposits, but retail banking rarely helps us outpace inflation. Securing a financial future completely isolated from others is a slow, difficult path today. But consider what happens if we drop the solo routine. Instead of 8 family members saving in separate accounts, we combine it into a single pool. This is the structure behind a family generational wealth investment fund. By pooling those monthly deposits, the family stops acting like scattered retail consumers. We consolidate our capital, gaining the scale and leverage of institutional investors. The mechanics rely on consistency. 8 family members commit to contributing exactly $200 on the first of every month. 8 distinct contributions merge into one central engine, the S&P 500. The fund acquires fractional ownership across massive sectors, holding stakes in companies like Apple, Amazon, and Nike. Averaging a 10% return historically, we let those gains stack, allowing compound interest to multiply the money year after year. Ownership in this fund is strictly proportional. If you contribute the baseline $200, you own your exact percentage of the total pool. If you choose to invest more, your equity stake increases. The engine runs on collective momentum, triggering growth at a scale that would take an individual decades to reach. Accumulating capital is only half the design. A functional financial institution must also protect its members from sudden shocks. That's why the fund establishes an internal emergency fund. It operates as a buffer against real-life disruptions, a sudden layoff, a medical emergency, or a major vehicle repair. This cyclical flowchart maps the exact mechanics of the safety net. If a crisis hits, a member can draw up to $5,000 directly from the main fund. They then have a 12-month window to repay that draw, interest-free. This system allows members to bypass high-yield credit card debt and predatory bank loans because the family covers the gap. The second protective measure shifts from defense to offense, the business launchpad. After completing the first 12 months of steady contributions, the member becomes eligible for a business launch loan of up to $10,000 from the collective pool to fund a new enterprise. Together, these guardrails create a self-sustaining ecosystem that finances family ambitions and shields against financial ruin. To see the actual payoff of this system, we have to project the math forward and look at what holding this unified direction does over decades. This visualization tracks the projected timeline. By maintaining $200 monthly contributions and letting the S&P 500 compound our returns, the family treasury reaches over $300,000 in 10 years. The curve steepens, interest generates interest, and the collective balance crosses $1 million. This level of wealth provides the leverage to purchase property, weather economic downturns, and move away from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle for good. Arriving at that future requires executing 4 specific steps in the present. Step 1 is reading the member guide. It's a single, plain English document outlining the rules of the fund, taking just 5 minutes to read. Steps 2 and 3 require us to meet in person to confirm everyone understands the mechanics and then officially sign the operating agreement. Step 4 is execution. We launch the fund and initiate the first transfers on the first day of next month. 10 years from now, that time will have passed regardless of what we do today. We can either look at a shared treasury with significant leverage, or we can look back and wish we had started. The math is ready when we are.